Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Renis Dabude and today I will explain about Roberto Carlos free kick. For football lovers, of course, it is no strange to hear the name of Roberto Carlos. He is famous for his banana kick, called the banana kick because the trajectory of the ball is shaped like banana. In a game between France and Brazil in 1997, a Brazilian player named Roberto Carlos set up for 35-meter free kick with no direction line to the goal. Carlos decided to attempt the seemingly impossible. His kick sent the ball flying wide of the player, but just before going out of bounds, it hooked to the left and shocker into the goal. According to Newton's first law of motion, an object will move in the same direction and velocity until a force is applied on it. When Carlos kicked the ball, he gave it direction and velocity. But what force made the ball serve and score one of the most magnificent goals in the history of the sport? And that trick was in the spin. Carlos placed his kick at the low right corner of the ball, sending it high and to the right, but also rotating around its axis. The ball starter is flying in an apparently direct route, with air flowing on both sides and slowing it down. On one side, the air moves in the opposite direction to the ball spin, causing increased pressure. While on another side, the air moves in the same direction as the spin, creating an area of lower pressure. The difference made the ball move toward the lower pressure zone. The phenomena that occurs in Roberto Carlos kick is called the Magnus effect. The thing that happens to the ball is when the ball goes toward the goal. Of course, the air is opposite. If indeed the ball does not rotate quickly, then the ball will only move in a straight line. However, because the ball here rotates very quickly, it also produces air movement in the same direction as its rotation. The airflow in the direction of the rotation of the ball will move relatively faster than the airflow of the ball on the other side, which is opposite to the direction of rotation of the ball. And based on Bernoulli principle, when the airflow faster, the pressure will decrease, and this is what happened on the side where the air moves relatively faster. On the other hand, the airflow that is opposite to the direction of rotation of the ball will result in the air not flowing quickly, so that the pressure becomes large. This is where the pressure difference occurs, so the ball will bend toward to the lower pressure. In addition to the pressure difference, the principle of Newton's third law is also used in here. This airflow in the direction of the rotation of the ball will deflect, so that the ball will get a force opposite to direction of the deflect air. So Roberto Carlos kick, he make the ball spin counterclockwise with his left foot, so that the first ball goes to the right through the left and outweighs the goal, so it is goal. But curving the ball with the precious need to both bind around the wall and back into the goal is difficult. Too high and it soccer over the goal, too low and it hit the ground before curving, too wide and it never reached the goal, not wide enough and the different intercept it, too slow and it hooked too early or not at all, too fast and it hooked too late. Same physics make it possible to score another seemingly impossible goal, an aided corner. The Magnus effect was first documented by Sir Isaac Newton after he noticed it while playing tennis in 1670. This also applies to golf ball and baseball. In each case, the same thing happened. The spin of the ball creates a pressure difference in airflow around it, which bends it in the direction of the spin. I think that's enough from me. Thank you for watching and sorry for my bad English, and see you.